Guys, Wakana is a company that was created to be the crown jewel of CBD. In fact, we're more than a company, we're a movement with a vision to help end the negative stigma that's caused communities around the world to suffer and to lose out on the health and the wealth of the benefits of the cannabis plant. The mission is to be a catalyst to stir that movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs and formulators and investors, evoking the courage and the strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Our four co founders came together with their synergistic efforts and shared foundational values to formulate Wakana to be the crown jewel of CBD. You're about to meet our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Rita J. McGuire. She serves as our health pillar. This is a professional with over 30 years of experience as an obstetrician gynecologist, delivering over 8,000 babies in the United States and the Caribbean. She became a cannabis expert and incorporated that measure of care into her practice. And her expertise is so respected that the Illinois legislature interviewed her and wanted her guidance as they were passing laws on adult use cannabis there in Illinois. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt is our wealth pillar and our president. She is a person who's come from humble beginnings, learned about social activism from her mother, and then that led her into a life of politics where she's able to affect change on several levels. She's also an evangelist and keeps us with a wealthy mindset. Melissa Boston is our CEO and the legacy pillar. And in fact, she's the visionary behind Wakana. After working years as a corporate America executive, she left that profession in order to grab her time freedom back. Coming back into the corporate arena after being asked to head up another cannabis company, the vision for Wakana was born, and here we are. Phyllis Nash is our CSO, our Chief Sales Officer, and our Freedom Pillar. She's a lifelong entrepreneur with over 35 years of experience in both traditional and in home-based business. She is actually affectionately called our midwife of Wakana because she helps the sales force to birth all of our possibilities. In fact, this time that we're in is fantastic because our company in less than 2.5 years has done $6 million in cumulative sales in a very, very short period of time. In fact, the cannabis industry is booming during the pandemic, going from illegal to now essential. And what makes everything legal is that 2014 Farm Bill that was there to generate and to encourage research into hemp. And then the 2018 Farm Bill took those restrictions away and actually made CBD a mainstream crop. You can go ahead. And the CBD revenue is in billions. It is actually predicted to go up to $20 billion by 2024. And now, to share with you more about our industry, our products, including being able to participate in several different multi-billion-dollar industries with our product line, I want to bring on Dr. Rita J. McGuire. As I mentioned to you, her career, she's there in Daytona. She's at a conference. If I know her, she's picking up even more education so that she can be even more effective and affect more change in people's lives. Dr. Rita, go ahead and tell them about our products.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to all of our guests and welcome to our business partners. We are so excited to have Doris back on the line. And I am going to talk about CBD, what it is, how it works, and then we're going to be moving into our subject today, which is dandruff. Is that right, Doris? I believe that is Right.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So give me a minute because I had my slides up and now I have to find them again. No worries, they're here somewhere. Let's see here. And there they are. So thank you for being so patient. So we're going to talk about the cannabis plant. And we're going to talk about how our products are sourced from the cannabis plant. In fact, there are really two species that the cannabis plant produces, and one is marijuana. That's the species that gives us the high, the euphoria, the paranoia, and even some of the munchies that we get, right? Or not we, but those people who partake in marijuana. But today we're going to talk about how our products are sourced, and they're sourced from the hemp species. See, the difference between hemp and marijuana is that the amount of delta-9 THC, the substance that gives you the high, is very low in hemp. In fact, by definition, hemp is defined as containing less than 0.3% of THC. So we refer to hemp as a part of the plant. Is somebody talking? Do you have a question? As giving us the health without the high. So our products are sourced from the hemp species. Now, CBD or cannabidiol, you're going to hear about our entire line of hair products, but CBD is the #1 ingredient that is sourced from hemp, and it has many medicinal benefits. When we talk about the scalp, when we talk about our skin, when we talk about what causes hair thinning, hair loss, it truly is the effect that we've got inflammation going on in the scalp. We have bacterial overgrowth going on in the scalp. We also have a reduced blood flow that is the #1 thing that we need to help the hair follicle and the nutrients to get to the hair follicle so our hair can grow. So CBD or cannabidiol is an antibacterial. It actually helps to improve blood flow by helping the blood vessels, the arteries that nourish the hair follicle to dilate and to improve blood flow to those areas. And it also reduces inflammation. You know, inflammation is a big culprit as well when we look at conditions like alopecia, when we look at hair, excessive hair shedding, hair loss, and even what we're going to talk about today, which is dandruff. So CBD, yes, is very important for our hair. It's very important to help to nourish the follicle, to improve the nutrients, to improve the blood flow, to reduce the inflammation, and even to reduce bacterial overgrowth. There are other cannabinoids or compounds that the cannabis plant makes, specifically the hemp species. And these together, the synergy of CBD and these other compounds that you see here on the slide, the synergy is what makes our product very, very effective when we're addressing our hair. So let's look at some of the other benefits that CBD has for hair care. Well, CBD also provides minerals like magnesium and calcium. It helps to improve even the potassium levels and fatty acids. CBD is rich in vitamin E, and again, other amino acids and proteins and collagen that the hair follicle needs. The anti-inflammatory properties we talked about, the fact that it causes not only overall relaxation of the blood vessels, but it also helps to provide relaxation to the body as well. So you can see there are specific benefits that CBD has for the hair. So how does it work? Well, there's a science. It's not a magical potion. It's not a snake oil. There is science behind how CBD works, how cannabis works, and the other cannabinoids work in our body. And that science is called the endocannabinoid system. And I always laugh because this system was discovered when I was in medical school in the early 1990s, when I was at Wayne State School of Medicine in Detroit. An Israeli scientist, Raphael Mechoulam, actually discovered that there are receptors in every single person's body. Those main receptors are CB1 and CB2. And what he discovered was that when we consume cannabis, when we consume the compounds that the hemp species produces, it binds with receptors in our body like CB1 and CB2 that sends signals to areas of the body that need balance. It's called homeostasis. So what's very interesting is that our skin, the largest organ in our body, our skin, which includes the scalp, right? That's all skin. There are specific receptors, CB1 and CB2, in the scalp that help to provide the benefits that the hair needs. Again, providing the nutrients, providing reduction in inflammation, providing the overall relaxation of the vessels, so blood flow, so nutrients can get down in here to those follicles and really help improve the status of our hair. So today I'm going to bring up our VP of our hair division here at Wakana, Doris Mosley, who is an icon in the hair industry. She is an educator of 30 plus years. She's a trichologist. She specializes in the disease of the scalp and the hair. She's out in California. We're so glad to have her. She has undergone some challenges with an injury to her hand and to her arm. She is doing well. And so we are excited to bring up to the stage Doris Mosley. Are you out there?
Yes, I am. And I just want to say thank you guys for your prayers, for your love, because I know at this point, that is what's going to make it happen for me. And Dr. Rita and Kathy, I am so excited to be back on. Everybody laughing at me said, "You got to be crazy." I said, but no, I'm not. I'm not sick. This is just some unfortunate thing that happened to me. And we got to keep moving. And today we're going to talk about dandruff and how it affects the hair. And Dr. Reed, I can't, because I'm on my phone, I can't really see the writing so good. So you guys just bear with me today. Next week, I hope to be back on my computer. But our hair care system was formulated to help restore and help improve the health of our hair. And dandruff is a major part of things that could happen, like clogging the pores. And some people think dandruff is contagious. It is not contagious. What it does, it is, say a person who does have dandruff and they can see it, it's just the skin is actually producing faster than you can get it off. I had one lady to call me. She said, "I haven't shampooed my hair in 6 weeks." I say, okay, if you haven't shampooed your hair in 6 weeks, then think about you didn't wash your body for 6 weeks. The skin is just laying there. The dead cells are laying there, and that's what is happening. Seborrhea dermatitis, it's dandruff. And we have two types. We have seborrhea sicca, which is the dry dandruff and our skin cells. And then we have seborrhea oleosis, which is the oily cells. And each strand of hair, there's a sebaceous gland that is attached to the strand. If the sebaceous gland is very active, then it's going to secrete more sebum, which is our natural oil, than possible. I mean, not than possible, but more than we can get off. And again, it produces that oily dandruff. But Wakana has a product, and hemp powered hair. Now, I'm a product of the product, so I know it worked for me, and I didn't want to promote nothing that did not work for me. So our hemp powered hair was the first product that came in the system. And when you have a itchy scalp, and usually that is from what we call dandruff or seborrhea dermatitis or seborrhea sicca or seborrhea oleosis, we start to itch, we start to stretch. And what happened is it either going to fall on your shoulder, it's going to fall in your sink, it's going to fall where it's going to be embarrassing, but it's not contagious. So what needs to happen, you need to start using our hemp powered hair, because in our hemp powered hair, we have black seed oil. Black seed oil helps calms down the itchy scalp, but we gotta get it off the scalp. We also, Dr. Rita talked about CBD and how helpful it is in our product. We have a plethora of organic oils, and another oil in there is our cinnamon. Our cinnamon helps with the free radicals. I could say just running around, just making havoc to the body. And our peppermint oil is our stimulation. It stimulates the blood circulation, and the blood is what nourishes the follicle, and that's very important. Pumpkin seed oil, that's one of the oils that help with inflammation. And let me tell you, Dr. Rita talk about inflammation all the time. We got to get our body back into balance in a healthy way. And so we have a lot of oils in our hemp powered hair that was formulated for the purpose of restoration of our hair and to keep it healthy. Now, skin is the largest organ of elimination. So if you got dead cells just sitting there clogging up the pores, that means none of the toxins can get out the way they need to get out, and we can't get nothing good in. So we have to exfoliate the scalp, get those dead cells off, which is being disguised as dandruff. Get those dead cells out of there. And shampoo. We have after hemp powered hair oil, I said to our CEO, and she listens well, and the rest of the pillars, I said, we got to have a system. We just can't have the oil. We got to have a cleansing system infused with our CBD. And what happened? The SOS system was formulated. And the SOS system, we have a renewing shampoo. Why is it called renewing shampoo? Because that's exactly what it does. It deep cleanses that cuticle layer. What is the cuticle layer? The cuticle layer is the top layer of hair. You gotta get everything off the cuticle layer so we can condition the hair shaft and the skin, and not keep conditioning over conditioner with the shampoo that's not cleansing. So our renewing shampoo, it gets in there, it deep cleanses that shaft, deep cleanse those pores, and get that buildup out of there so we can get what we need into the skin, to the follicle, and help stimulate the follicle, which at that point, it helps restore the hair. Then we have a moisturizing conditioner. Hair is made of two things, moisture and protein. And if we're not getting balance there, it's not going to happen for us. So we have our moisturizing conditioner followed after our renewing shampoo that is just make a major difference in the hair. When you got hair that has great moisture, it has great shine, it has great strength. And that's what our moisturizing conditioner does. It is amazing. And our detangler, that is my baby, the detangling conditioner, because a lot of stationary hairstyles are out there today. We wearing a lot of wigs, we wearing a lot of wigs, weaves, we wearing a lot of braids, and those are considered stationary styles. When we braid our hair down, we don't comb it for 6 weeks, sometime longer. So hair sheds anywhere from 50 to 100 strands a day. So if you're not getting that hair, if it's all locked down, that means it's still shedding, but it's just not coming out. So what I always recommend, that before you wet your hair after taking your braids or wig or weave off, is to spray the hair thoroughly. But even though it's our leave-in, but you're gonna do a prior spray in and get the hair out, comb that hair from the ends to the scalp, and get all that hair that's been built up in there out before shampooing. So that is like amazing. And then once you shampoo the hair and get it all cleansed with our renewing shampoo, with our moisturizing conditioner, you're going to go back in, you're going to towel dry that hair really good and spray that detangler on there again and comb through like a breeze. It just saved me when I was taking down a lot of weaves. It saved me tremendously. And then you have our styling cream. Now, people say, oh, it's such a little jar. That's not going to last long. Yes, it does. You only need a little bit, maybe about a pea size, depending on the density of the hair. And density means how thick the hair is. You only need a little, towel dry, comb it through, style that hair, amazing. And oud oil kind of slipped in there because it wasn't first formulated for hair, it was formulated for skin. But guess what? Hair is an appendage of skin. So you can use it because we do heat, whether it's thermal heat, dryer heat, or blow dryer heat. You need to protect that hair. You need to make sure that that scalp is kept hydrated so you don't get that buildup on the scalp. And you're going to make sure you shampoo more than 6 weeks apart. But I know our styling techniques with the type of hair we have, and that's extremely curly, most of us, we won't do it every day. So we may do it once a week, which is great. But our oud oil puts in shine. Oh my goodness, it has a pleasant smell. And it's nothing like having good smelling products, because that aroma just help relax you. And when you relax, your arteries are relaxed. That means the blood flows better. And it's just amazing. So the system has been formulated to improve the overall health of the hair. It is infused with CBD. And as you just heard Dr. Rita talk about CBD, it helps restore the balance in the body. And hair is an appendage of skin, and it makes it happen. We also need to know that we just can't pick up any and everything to stimulate the scalp. I have a friend, I don't know whether she's on the line on this Zoom today, but she has a comb that she created it for that purpose. It is called the Soother. It is a lifesaver. It's not harsh to the scalp. It's very easy. And if you're interested, just give me a call. Kathy can put my number up on the screen and I can tell you where to get it from, because I don't want you to damage your scalps by scratching with a metal disc. Or some people pick up a fork, they hit the top of their head, they don't care what happened. But if you keep that scalp cleansed with our SOS system, it is amazing. I had a young lady call me the other day, and she said she had recommended her client to me. She said, I've taken my client as far as I can take her, Doris. I can't take her any further. She's losing her hair. What can I do? She sent her to me. I got her into the system. I started doing really treatments on her. And because of my injury, I sent her back to her original stylist. She called me up and she said, Doris, when she walked in the salon, I did not see her scalp. We gotta know there are things that we can do for treatments that's gonna make a difference in our clients or in our hair. And next week, that's what we're gonna be talking about, different treatments that we use to make it happen. Because I don't want you to get the product and make a decision to get it and make another decision just to sit it on the shelf because the bottles look so pretty. It only works if you work it in the body and work on the hair and on the scalp. So I'm excited about it. I'm a product of the product. And I want you guys to know that you can make a difference, not only in your health, but in your financial situation. It has made a difference in mine. And now that I'm going to be laid up for a while, not really laid up, but I'm going to be out of commission for a while, I need to know that Wakana is there in more ways than one for me. And let me tell you, it can be the same thing for you. Back to you, Kathy.
I do want to just let you know, Doris, that I have your before and after picture up.
Yes. Oh, great.
Um,
That's
from
why I said I am a product of the product. The picture on the left, it sure is different than the picture on the right. And that's because, and Dr. Rita, I really believe that this journey that I'm on now was a little easier because of the Wakana hemp 500 hemp MD that I had in my body prior to this. So the whole system, just not just a hair system, that's just my focus. But let me tell you, our product is amazing. And so I'm a testimony all the way around, all the way around.
Thank you, Doris. Thank you so much. That was really, really great overview of our products, your testimony, and just a testament to the fact that you can utilize these products even if you're not having any challenges, but to maintain the health of your hair. Thank you for that overview on dandruff. You know, a lot of people before this webinar thought that dandruff was contagious. So thank you for clearing up all that as it relates to dandruff as well. Well, I'm sure all of us on the line have learned so much in that short period of time. It's a ton of information. So if you don't mind, Doris, we'll take some questions real quick.
Okay, I'm here.
If you have some questions about our product line, if you have questions about, if you're a stylist on the line, questions about how to navigate your way as a stylist and really locking arms with us here at Wakana, as well as if you are not a lay person, but if you're a non-stylist, you're on the line and you have questions about our products, you have questions about the use and your hair, please put your questions right there in the chat and we will get to those questions. Doris, we've got a lot of comments. Welcome back. We're glad to see you're back. Praying for you and just so many well wishes, Doris. I wanted to let you know that as well.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the prayers. Thanks for the love. I definitely need all of the above.
Amen. Amen. So, Doris, you want to quickly just go over the scalp facial, if you don't mind, since I have that up.
Oh, I don't mind, because that is one of the exfoliating procedures that's going to help get rid of those dead cells. It's going to get deep down. And that is, take your renewing shampoo. I always use according to the size of the head, not the density of the hair. Okay. So if the average, I use about anywhere from a half an ounce to an ounce of shampoo. Then I use a tablespoon of baking soda, and I mix that together. And then I take a toothbrush, a medium toothbrush, and I just go upward motion, circular motion, and go through the entire scalp. And when you're doing that, you're going upward, so you're bringing the blood to that area, as well as deep cleansing those pores. And then once you get over the entire scalp, you're going to place, now I like to place saran wrap because it kind of holds it real tight. Saran wrap around the head for at least about 15 minutes. You don't have to go under the dryer. You can let the person body heat does it. But if you want to go under the dryer, you can just cut down on the time. Instead of 15 minutes, maybe do 10 minutes. But put them and then take them to the shampoo bowl. That shampoo is already on the head. So all you want to do is wet it a little bit and massage the scalp some more. You will be amazed. We did a actual live scoping one Monday and showed you after what happened. And it was amazing. Because you're deep cleansing those pores, you can almost look down in there, but you can't see the follicle. Follicle is only seen through ultrasound. And then after that, there may be a little bit left over in the bowl. You take that little bit, which you don't need hardly any shampoo at that point, but just that little bit, and do your second shampoo. And once you finish, rinse well. I always advocate that every rinse should be rinsed like it's your last rinse. Rinse well, and once you finish rinsing well and massaging, of course, with the shampoo on, then you're going to towel dry. Why do you towel dry? You towel dry because you don't want to dilute your product. Then you follow with your moisturizing conditioner. You leave it on 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you feel you need a deep cleansing conditioner, which most of the time, if a person is wearing color or if the person is wearing relaxer, then you, chemical straightener, I'll say, then you go and put them under the dryer for about 15 minutes, a preheated dryer. Then you going into the deep conditioning. Rinse thoroughly again, towel dry, and spray your detangling leave-in conditioner in. And from there, you're going to go, you're either going to set, you're going to blow dry, you're going to, however you style. Now, if you're going to do the foam wrap, then put some oud oil with it. Put some oud oil with it, wrap them up, place them under the dryer. And most of the time, foam wrap doesn't take long to dry. And that's a good thing because you want to do less heat as possible. And then you take a styling cream. You can put a little bit on, maybe about a pea size, rub it in. It emulsifies in your hand, rub it through really well, comb it out, and you're on your way to whatever finish you're going to give them. And I recommend that, Dr. Rita, I recommend the scalp facial at least once a month. And if the person is wearing lockdown hairstyles, and once you take them out, you automatically give them a scalp facial. That is something they can't get around. If they're coming out of a weave, if they braid up a lot, you want to automatically, because that means they have not been shampooing.
Thank you so much, Doris. So let's recap. For the scalp facial, you want to mix 1 ounce of the renewing shampoo, a tablespoon of baking soda, and 6 drops of peppermint oil.
Peppermint oil, yes.
You want to mix that well. You want to mix that well. Then you're going to take a toothbrush and rotate the mixture over the scalp in an upward motion.
Upward motion, yes.
Then you can wrap the head with saran wrap if you want. Let it stand.
Or a plastic bag.
Or a plastic bag, and let it stand for 10 minutes. You said the dryer is not necessary?
No.
Let the body
heat will do it.
Shampoo out, and if there's any leftovers, use it for a second shampoo. Follow with the remaining SOS system.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do, ladies, is I'm going to put all that on the slide. So we'll have that, you know, whenever anyone wants to screenshot that, I'll produce a slide and I'll post it on our Facebook page as well. That's really, really good. And you're recommending that we do that at least once a month?
At least, and if they're wearing stationary styles, when they come out of their stationary style, there's not a question about whether they should get that. And if you're a stylist on the line, that is an upcharge, at least $45 or more, you know, depending on what your scale is as far as charging. And if you're not a stylist on the line, you can take your SOS system into your hairstylist and ask if they can do the scalp facial. They may not even know about a scalp facial, but you know, and they probably will charge you something to do that, and that's okay. It's worth it. Plus, it's very relaxing. So take it in, take the system into the salon and ask them to render that service for you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. So let's see if there's any questions after that scalp facial information. Any questions? Put it right there in the chat.
And next week I'm gonna share some of the treatments with you guys. And see, the reason we call them treatments is because it's not just a conditioner. We don't want to say conditioner, it's a conditioning treatment.
Very good. Any questions, Alicia, Eleanor, Lily, Marcia, Michelle, Nadine? Wow, I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome, welcome. miss you, Nadine, Regina, Robert, Cherie.
Do you
Sure.
see a Crystal out there?
I
Crystal?
don't see a Crystal out there. I
She
see.
is the producer of the comb I was sharing with you guys. It's an
Oh,
awesome soother.
nice. Wonderful. So if there's no further questions, I'm going to kick it back over to our VP of Finance, our MC, our hostess with the mostest, and that is Kathy Weathersby.
Oh, you guys did a fantastic job. Doris, thank you so much for your perseverance, first of all.
Thank
The challenges that you have gone through are unspeakable, but I'm telling you what, you are a professional, and we just appreciate you for everything that you bring to the table. And the fact that you have the energy and the wherewithal to go ahead and do this speaks volumes to your fortitude. So we just appreciate you. And, I second all of those well wishes that are in the chat. I'm so glad that you're here. So glad that you're strong. So glad that you're recovering and looking forward to everything that's in the future for you, too. So,
Yes.
thank you so much for that great information on educating us on dandruff. Because, of course, like everybody else, you think, well, if I'm standing next to somebody with dandruff, it might jump over to my head. And so, you know, so thank you for clearing that myth up so we don't have to be fearful of people who have dandruff and just tell them to re-rinse, right? Um, but
And
listen,
Kathy, just to add that sometimes that dandruff looking is disguised as improper. I'm glad you said that. Improper rinsing is product buildup on the scalp that just dried out to look flaky.
I
It's
absolutely
not even dead cells. It's product.
I use that information with my niece today. She was here in town to visit my brother, and then she said, "My goodness, I just got my hair done Friday. Why am I having this problem? It was just washed." And I said, "Perhaps it was not rinsed thoroughly."
Exactly.
So, yep. So, thank you for that advice. I have passed it on to the next generation. So, guys, this has been fantastic. Dr. Rita, as always, the fact that you have time in your busy schedule to share with us the information that you do, we appreciate you. And you're there in Florida for just a few days on the beach. I tell you, that's the life when you are an awesome educator and you just happen to have to go to a conference that's on the beach. I mean, my goodness.
Yes.
So
And
why
that's
not?
the and that's the beauty, Kathy and Doris, of what we do. You know,
That's
you're
it.
able to do this business anywhere, everywhere. And I love the time freedom that it gives me as well. So, this information specifically for stylists, like Doris said, all of these treatments can be upcharged and really bring a lot of value to your clients as well as to the health of their hair. So this is exciting information, Kathy and Doris. And if I was a stylist, I would jump right on it. And if you're
Well,
not a stylist, I would jump right on it as
well,
well.
Nadine said that she's going to have her stylist on next week, so we will repeat that
Yay!
message. Absolutely. So, guys, your marching orders tonight are to join us in the corporate virtual party. Yes, it's a party because it starts out with a DJ, just like any valid party does. It just happens to be virtual, so you don't have to worry about your mask, but come ready to get your Monday evening kicked off. Dr. Roz. Actually does that music about half an hour before. At the top of the hour, that would be at 8 o'clock Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Then we will have a full presentation that will share more about the company, more about our products. There's even going to be an infusion segment, so you'll get a chance to really see hands on how to use our culinary products. You'll also get information about how you get paid as a distributor from this event. So feel free to invite friends, family, neighbors, guests if you're a distributor. This is the one that you want to put them on. And remember, distributors, Even if you've had all of your grand openings, remember you can use a corporate event like tonight to reintroduce your business to your circle. So think of that. If you do want to have that, you want to email us at Kathy at wakanda.com, and we'll feature you tonight. And you can sit back and let us take over the presentation to your guest. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thank you again, Dr. Rita and Doris Mosley, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye,
Great
you
rest of
ladies.
your
Dr.
day.
Rita, enjoy your quick vacation.
It's a conference, but it's
I
okay.
know. I'll take everything as a vacation now.
I know,
There
right?
you go.
Oh,
Take care,
thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you,
Bye
Doris.
bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.